Have you ever, in a video, used a prop? Whatever that looks like, sounds like, feel like. Have you ever held something up for a particular purpose? That is what we're talking about today. We're talking about how do you enhance your storytelling, the experience that you give your viewers by bringing props into the view. Are you excited for this one? I am. It's going to be awesome. I am so excited to kick off this series on storytelling techniques that lead us all the way to a storytelling challenge that we're going to do later, or I guess it should say early in December, the week of December 11th. But what you're going to find is that every Tuesday for the next 5 weeks, so that goes into December, each Tuesday, same time, same place, you are going to learn one more little tip or trick that you can use to improve your storytelling techniques. So today we're talking about props. Next week, we're going to talk about gestures and facial expressions. We'll move on to pausing and silence. I can't remember what else it is, but it's going to be an awesome 5 weeks of just making stories better. But here's the cool thing. Even now, in the next 5 weeks, this storytelling is part of a challenge. If you do homework every single week, your name will be entered into a drawing and somebody's going to win some prizes. So there is a reason. There are 2 reasons, right? There's a reason to learn because you tell better stories, you get better at your storytelling. But there's also a reason to contribute and participate because you win cool stuff. And who doesn't like prizes? I like prizes. Do you like prizes? Anyway, today we're talking about props. Okay. So we're talking about the things that you might hold up to illustrate a point. Okay. And props can be so many different things. So we're going to first talk about why use props, why that is helpful. Why would we even do that? Where do we get props? How do we find props? How do you pick the right prop? And how do you actually use it when you're on camera? Okay. That's what we're going to cover today. So I want to hear from you guys. This is very participatory. I need to know from you because most of the time you all know the answers to these questions. It's just about digging deep and finding them. Okay. So think about it for me. Why do props help enhance a story? Why would you think holding something up, whether it's a sign or an object or a coaster or whatever it is, why would that enhance the stories that you tell? Let's get some comments going. Why do you think? Why do you suspect? Take a guess. Why might it be that would help you tell better stories or help improve the storytelling experience for the people who are watching your videos? Okay, let me pull up comments here. Actually, let me get rid of that banner so that it's not in the way. Some of your comments are going to be so awesome, I won't put them on screen. Okay. All right. Because we are visual learners. Many of us are visual learners. Very, very true, right? Everybody learns in a different way. Some of you are auditory, some of you are visual, some of you are kinesthetic. You have to do it. Ideally, you want each of those things in each one of your videos. So giving somebody something visual to look at appeals to those. You got it. Okay, it's entertaining. Yes, it is something different on screen than just a talking head. Okay, again, Nicola says it will help us stick in our minds. It helps you remember. It helps them remember. They're going to remember that she held up a stapler. And as a result, I'm going to remember the stapler, and then I'm going to remember the point, and then I'm going to remember the lesson, and that locks it into my memory. Absolutely. It is about keeping people engaged. Yes, it is something visual, right? I'm holding something up that is visual interest. And as a result, if I'm drifting or not paying attention, it gets my attention. It's different on screen. So it gets my attention. It also keeps my attention, right? If I'm telling a story and it's getting maybe a little bit long, then a visual can help me get that attention back. Absolutely. It keeps people engaged. Okay. It is something they can relate to. Yes. Right. Oh my gosh, what a cute stapler. I wonder if they make it in pink. It doesn't matter what it is, right? Our brains can go a lot of different directions, but there is a connection point and we relate, we connect to the person. And that will help you as well connect with your people. It's fun. Yes. So important, because if you're having fun, your audience is having fun. Now, what inevitably comes up at this point is, well, I'm talking about serious stuff. Okay. You can't have fun even when you're talking about serious stuff. Maybe not. Even if you can't have fun, right? You can put something up that is memorable and has intention. And maybe it's not fun, but it is different and it is interesting. And that's what you're pulling. That's what you're counting on here. Okay. All right. One of the things that other things that props do is, you've all heard the saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? So a picture of what you're talking about helps them connect better to the subject matter. So the prop connects to what you're trying to teach or share or show or whatever else it is, right? And that visualization is important. If I'm just talking about in theory and I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know if you all are getting this or not getting it, but then I can hold something up, instantly they get it, because we can see it. That connection is faster. Okay. Let's see if I had anything else on my notes. Hang on here. I think you guys got everything else. Good job, you. Good job. All right. So now, how do you use a prop, and what props can you use? Okay. So obviously anything can be a prop. You all tell me, sit where you're sitting right now. Look around you, wherever you are, on your couch, in your chair, in your office, in your kitchen, in your car, wherever you are, look around. My guess is you could find something that you could use as a prop. Drop it in the comments. What is one thing that you are seeing near you that you could use as a prop in a story that you're telling? Okay. Props can be anything. It can be an object that is about what you're talking about. Okay. It can be a direct or indirect. And what I mean by is, if I am selling staplers and I could be like, this is what my stapler looks like. This is how you use it. That prop is awesome. It could also be something where it might be I want you to get an idea of something that I'm going to tie into my business, more indirect, more of a metaphor, right? So I'm frantically screaming, looking for something. Maybe I want to talk about a pencil sharpener, but I'm talking about how do you sharpen your skills? So that prop can be a metaphor for something else that you're talking about. Okay. So let's see what you guys have here. This is going to be so awesome. Salt. Yes. Okay. Here's my question for each of you. How might you connect this into your business? You don't have to, I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I want you to think about it. This is a skill we all need to develop, is how do we creatively look at the things around us and connect them to our business? This is a wonderful activity. We do it every Thursday in the Get on Camera group, and you can do it on your own as well, right? Okay. So salt. Whiteout, headphones, candles, coffee cup, a cup. You got it. A rock. Yes, a stuffed animal. That I know who this is. Hi, Robin. She took the stuffed animal and she did something with it, and it went from a happy face to a sad face, or sad face to a happy face. That connected with me. Perfect example there. Okay. So it can be an object. It can also be a note or a sign. So I often will hold up a clipboard and I'll write on it. This is a prop. You're seeing me do this. And I use this because I can hold it, but a whiteboard or anything like that also works. If you're doing digital, it could be something on your tablet or on your phone that you want to, show. I'm a little behind in my messages today. You were not supposed to see that inside look at me being behind today. Okay. So it can be a sign or something that you hold up, or a visual of your work or a work product or whatever else it is, a tool that you're using to teach from. Okay. Now, here's the key. You need to hold it up longer than what feels natural for you. Right? You know what you're holding up, especially if it's a sign, right? If I'm holding up this sign, I'm like, look at this cute sign, and I drop it. Did anybody read that? Did you get what was on that sign? So you want to hold it up long enough, and I'll often hold it up and talk to it and point to it so that people can read what it says. Okay. If you're using a Post-it note, that's also a prop. I use that all the time. Where's my Post-it note? Oh, I put it away. Okay. If you're going to use the Post-it note and you're going to write on it, hold on. What is Jamie writing? Oh, the drama. storytelling drama, okay? And I want to show a piece of paper and I want to point to it and I want to talk to it. And maybe I come over here and I keep talking about it. I'm still holding it up long enough so that you can see what it says. If I just go like this really fast, you can't see it. So you want to hold it up longer than what feels natural for you. Okay. You may even want to show it more than once. Sometimes one time is not enough. Okay. So props, longer time, keep talking about it while you're holding it up. Okay. The other thing that I'll mention is if you're using signs, especially written with words on it. If you're on your phone, is backwards. Some phones have a setting where you can go in and turn the mirror on or off and it'll flip it and then it's no longer backwards. Every phone is different. I know iPhones have that. I'm guessing the others do as well. So Google your own phone and see if you have the ability to do that. If not, just know that if you're going to use something like this as a prop in your video, you're going to need to use your desktop computer instead of your phone so that people can read it. Now, have I forgotten before? Of course. And I've been on my phone and I just hold up a sign. I'm like, oh, y'all can't read that. It's okay. We're human. Okay. There are a lot of people that can read things even when it's backwards. Okay. Make a joke of it. Make light of it. Tell them what it says. And you'll be okay. Okay. Oh, I love this. Nicola's already, she's already connected the salt. We add seasonings to food to make it taste better. We change our views by adding different things to our lives for a change. Love that. Beautifully done. Well done. Okay. There's a perfect example of how she could use that salt shaker as a prop when she's doing a video talking about changing your own views and how it can change your lives. Okay. Okay. Robin says, yep. She had a backward sign in one of her recent videos, and she used it to point out that we all make mistakes. We all don't know. We won't know until we do it and we learn from it. It's part of the process. And honestly, it's the part that makes people easily connect to you. So don't lose sight of how important that is. Okay. The other thing that I want to just touch on here in terms of props is that you can use slides, and whether that's a PowerPoint slide or slides that you've created in Canva, those are props. Okay. If you are in the middle of a program or you're teaching something and you have a workbook and you want to show those workbooks, those are all props. It's a visual that you are sharing. I want to give you just a couple of call outs there when using those kinds of things. What you don't want to do is just do a whole entire video and all they're seeing is that slide or that workbook, because it's not moving. There's not enough visual interest and people will be like, even though you're talking, okay, we still need movement or motion. And that's one of the things that props does, because we're moving things on and off screen. That motion gets and keeps our attention. Okay. So if you are going to show slides, alternate back and forth, have the slide up, talk to the slide, then come back on camera, show your wonderful face, and make sure that you're mixing that up. The other thing that I will say about slides is that these are not your notes. Let me say that again. Do not create slides that you are going to show people as a prop that they're really just your notes of everything that you're going to talk about. That's too many words. It's not going to be visually stimulating. It's not going to work as a prop. It's going to go against you, not for you. Okay. So if you create your notes of what you're going to talk about, edit that down to fewer words, maybe more images and pictures, and use that for your visual prop, not your notes. Okay. All right. All right. So your homework this week, if you want to participate and play with us this week and practice what you have learned, because it's one thing to just sit here and be entertained by me and learn about props. You gotta do it for it to get in here and for you to build up that muscle memory and get better on your videos. So today's topic prompt, not today, this week's topic prompt is, what are you working on? Okay. So every Monday in the Get on Camera group, I give you a topic prompt to use to inspire a video that you can use that week. I want you to do this one. And in that, I want you to use a prop. You get to pick what kind of prop. Is it going to be an actual look at what you're working on? Here's a job aid that I'm working on. Hold it up and show people. Even if it's not done, give them a sneak peek. Okay. Is there a metaphor like Nicola's salt? Use some sort of prop in your video this week. Now, in terms of the homework, where can you go live and do this? You can go live in my group. Go live in my group. And as long as you're using that topic and you're practicing prompts, you can do it any day this week, even this weekend. It can be 30 seconds long. It doesn't have to be a complicated live. I just want you to go live, tell me some sort of story, or answer that question, what am I working on in my business? And use a prop. That's all you got to do. If you are super courageous and you want to go and you want to do it in your own group or on your own page or wherever else it is, cool. Screenshot you holding up the prop inside that video and drop it in the homework post, and then you'll get credit for this week. Okay. And we're going to do this every week for the next 5 weeks. Does anybody have any questions about props or about the homework? This is your opportunity to share that. I'm going to do a quick, very, very quick review. Okay. Props add visual interest. That gets your attention. It keeps your attention. It helps people visualize and get and connect, not only with the concept that you're talking about, but you. They relate to that prop in whatever way, shape, or form. Props can be a number of different things, both direct, or they can be a metaphor. They can even be a sign. You can get super creative and have a lot of fun. There's that word again, using props. Most important thing is whatever you're holding up, hold it up long enough so that people can see it. Don't just do this too fast. Nobody can see what that is. So slow down, hold it up, talk about it while you're holding it. Okay. Did that bring up any questions? I'll wait a second, see if there are any questions that come up. Okay, so your call to action today is to go live using the topic prompt from this week and use a prop. That's it. Tune in next week, same time, same place, and we will take on the next one. We'll talk about gestures and facial expressions. For those of you that are in the Go Live League, we are going to be talking about additional storytelling things. I'm going to work on a series of videos for you to watch. You can watch them whenever it's convenient for you. You are going to get how do you pick the right story? How do you connect it to your business? How do you, what's the last one? How do you take a story you want to tell and figure out your business? That's the third one. And then the last one is how do you plan the details? We're going to spend a whole bunch of time on planning the details. So that will be awesome fun for those of you in the Go Live League. If you want that, come and join us in the Go Live League. It's $33 for the month. Come and join us. It's a whole lot of fun. All right. Let me make sure there's no more questions. Okay. I think you guys are good. So here's what I will say in wrapping us up and closing us up today. Why should you use a prop? It gets attention. It helps people remember, and it enriches the experience. It makes the storytelling come to life, rather. Okay. Even if it is a serious subject matter, the storytelling should still be fun and impactful and rich. And props is one of the ways that you can do that. Have fun doing your videos this week and pulling in your props. I cannot wait to see what you all do. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. See you soon. Bye.